comes in, silence. Okay? Don't clap, don't cheer. Just see his reaction.
Don't say anything.
He always expects it, right?
Or just speak his reaction.
Don't do any of that. Don't
Can we just
clap.
talk and pretend like
Yeah,
he's not there?
I'm just going to talk to you. Don't. Nothing.
Can we
And even
habla?
when he introduces himself, don't do it. I'll give you a signal, okay? Is that cool?
Can we hablo español?
You. Is that cool? I'll give you the signal. The signal will be like, I'll show the tent, then we'll cheer.
Don't blink!
No cheering, nothing.
Hey, can we hablo español?
Okay, so, anywho, thank you.
Welcome.
You're welcome.
We love you.
What are you doing? Okay. So, this is the last day of the convention, and I want to make, I want to tell you guys, I've had a blast. I hope you guys have had fun. If you haven't had fun, I don't want to hear about it. It's been a blast. And be sure, hey, what's cool about this is I think they do this at all the closing ceremonies, is, they ask for, like, feedback and stuff like that on how they get better. Go to those things and tell them because, we're here for you guys. We're here to make sure that you guys have a great time, and we honor the fact that you're here because you guys have taken such, taken this weekend. This is your only weekend of this month of 2013, and you chose to spend it here. And that is amazing and incredible, and that's no small feat because, hey, I know you guys have plenty to do in life, okay? There's a lot of sleeping to be had, okay? And I know during a convention weekend, the Sandman gets so mad at me. He private messages me, and I can't tell you, half the things he says are totally not appropriate. But he's really mad. His sleep meter, like in Monsters, Inc., they have those tanks, the scare meter or whatever, his sleep meter is like near empty. And I try to, I sleep a little extra for him and things like that, and I do him a solid, but he really gets upset. So, you're missing out on sleep. You're missing out on watching Pokemon this past Saturday when I was chairing and guest starring in Pokemon. You missed out on that. All that kind of fun stuff. But it's on like Pokemon.com network. If you want to check it out for the next 2 weeks, please do. And so it was it's been a fun weekend, and I hope that you guys nobody got hurt. I hope no limbs were lost. And if you did lose a limb, we're really close to like one of the best hospitals in Florida, I hear, right?
Brandon.
Okay. Like one person's like, yes, yes, no arm. But last night, I went to go see Iron Man.
Yes!
And then afterwards, I was like, I'm not gonna work out.
Oh my God, it's Todd Haberkorn.
And hey man, I went to go work out at like 3 a.m. and I was a crazy person. And then at 3:30 I wanted to cry. And then ladies and gentlemen, it's Mignogna. Very cool. And we're glad he's here. And
I can leave if you guys want to be alone. Did you cast your Haber spell on him?
I wish I had that kind of magic.
Oh, you do. Right here.
I wish. No, that's where my 3 chest hairs exist. But yeah, I went out to work out last night, and because I went to the raves, because I usually don't go to the raves, and I went there to see what was going on. There's still people rocking out in that thing. I'm like, well, if they're rocking out, I need to go to the gym. So I went to the gym, and I was, if you had gone, you would have seen me crying. I just do the 5 pounds. I do the 5 pounds. Usually, if they don't have the 5 pounds, I go and I borrow a salt and pepper shaker. And I really get a burn, a really good burn.
A really heavy salt and pepper.
We're talking like the uncracked pepper.
Right.
And then I went to bed at like 4 o'clock because, like I said, what did I say on Friday? No good decisions happen after
1 a.m.
1 a.m.
10
So,
a.m. in your case,
10 to 10:30 back in college. But no, totally bad decision. See, at 3 a.m. I made a bad decision. I went to the gym. Who does that? Okay, anyway. So Vic is here. He's getting a little sustenance.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's really rude to eat in front of people, isn't it?
No.
But anyway, so I was just talking to them about the weekend and how what a great time we've had, and I hope you've had a good time. Yeah, you have or no? Yeah.
Absolutely.
You at least had a sandwich.
Absolutely. The only part of the weekend I didn't like,
You can start with us.
the only part of the weekend I didn't like
Us being silent.
is whenever somebody puts the program in front of me to sign, and there's this page for autographs, right? And there are 4 guests, and half the page says, Todd Haberkorn!
Raise your hand if you brought me a wall scroll or something, and where I would sign, someone else's name is there.
Wait, let's count them. 1.
The rest are scared. They're scared.
Wait. Raise your hand if one of 3 things
If you
happens.
have a cat or
My
a
turn. Raise your hand if number 1, Todd signed half the page of the autograph page. You know, real big, the page in the program. Number 2, Todd signed on Edward Elric's face. Or number 3, he signed on Tamaki, all around Tamaki, and maybe even drew a crown on Hikaru's head.
Oh wow, 6 people?
Yeah, that's 3 times as much.
Okay, now out of those people, how many of you guys asked me to do that? Oh, Signed, sealed, delivered.
And out of you people, how many of you did Todd ask you if you wanted him to do that?
He takes off his mask.
I told him no.
So anyway, we're happy to be here. This is the best con that I have ever been to in Tampa during this weekend in 2013. Now, if you guys, we can do one of 2 things now. 1, we can go to the gym and watch him work out.
No.
I see a couple of yeah.
Workout too.
Or we can or
Take your shirt off for the big girls.
no, I already did that at opening ceremony.
He's not direct. He's not.
How many people were at opening ceremony?
Send it on me.
Okay. So you saw how I turned the opening ceremonies into a horror movie. Okay. So we can go to the gym and watch him work out, or the second option, if you want, we can go to the gym and watch him run on the treadmill.
Both.
Either way, I'm gonna make this man sweat. It's your thing. Do what you wanna do.
You know what, you guys? How many of you were here? Were any of you here? Were any of you born? Were any of you here for MetroCon?
Wait,
Probably, oh my gosh,
20 odd.
8 or 10 years ago in this hotel. It was like, was it 2? Was it MetroCon 2?
2, I think you did 2
It was the
and
first or
3.
second
2
MetroCon
and
ever.
3 too.
And it was in this hotel, and as soon as we pulled up, I'm like, I know this place. I remember this, and it was really crazy and cool to come back to this hotel so many years after that event. And this is only the 2nd year for Khaoticon, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You guys made it absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it was real.
I'm Asian and I'm looking at them. They're laughing at me. My eyes are open in case you think I'm sleeping. They just look closed.
God, your eyes are beautiful.
Tape them open.
Thank you.
We love you, Todd. Beautiful.
You're gorgeous.
My aunt and my sister.
He only says that so you'll say, they're beautiful, Todd.
They're ugly, Todd.
You because they get like in school they get grants because they reach that Asian percentage of their guest ratio.
Well, I guess they have an Italian percentage as well, right?
That's right. That's right. Italian percentage. There we go.
11 minutes.
So.
Q&A?
That's real.
Oh, that is. You told me about that. That's right. That's right.
I do
Zach.
have something for both of you, but she has a question that she would really love to.
I've got an answer to your question in the basement. Okay, what's your question?
Please do a monologue from Oron High School.
Hey, Thomas,
Monologue. Your turn.
I could never touch that.
Oh, come on.
But it's on my bucket list that you touch it.
Think of what Hara's antics.
It's a major Yowie fangirl service going on right now.
hey, did you go to the after hours affairs?
Did I?
You should have.
I'm way too old for that.
Oh.
He's Captain America
I
in
was
the
rubbing
Avengers.
Ben Gay. You know what? While Todd was seeing Iron Man 3,
Oh, dear.
I was actually on the balcony in my room smoking a cigar,
Really?
having a nice glass of Grand Marnier,
You fancy.
just like old people do.
Oh.
But yeah, how was it? Was it
And sculpting your guns.
No.
Like cigar, dumbbell.
Switch.
Yeah.
She had chips.
Shoulder.
Jelly chips.
Iron Man 3 was the thing about it is it was awesome visually. When you see the credits, when it comes to visual effects,
It was like-
they put it in paragraph form because
Yeah.
there were that many people.
Clap along.
The last act of the movie is I calculated there were 21 because of roughly about 15 minutes. It's 21,600 frames that they have to go by and do the visual effects for. But it was an awesome looking movie. There's some major plot hole things, but it's like you kind of just go into it. You're like, okay, great. Because I don't like it when people are like in Superman. Like, how come nobody realizes that when he puts the glasses on, Clark Kent is Superman? And then I'm like, so you buy a guy he can fly around in tights, fly around the city, and lift things, but those glasses, that's too far. It's that kind of thing. So, but it was cool. It was cool.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yes.
Notice the colors. This is Captain Kirk's color.
And I'm a red shirt.
I'm a purple shirt.
Hello.
It's my mom's hand. How could you do this to me? And it's a red shirt.
Yeah, but your insignia's upside down. So
I know.
But I have
that means you're evil.
Velveeta biscuits. And Weight Watchers. Maybe I need to go to the gym.
Not that. The damn
Oh, okay.
Stress relief.
If you feel like your day is crazy, desiring to punch a wall, or when someone aggravates you, here's something that will help. Take this object in your hand,
Oh, no.
take a very deep breath, and raise it up as high as you will.
And smack
Then
it.
do this one thing. Go
Smack.
Hulk on it. You'll feel better.
Next puzzle. If both of you yell out hard.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's adorable.
Aw.
Wow.
Thank you.
Nobody took a picture.
Thank you.
Whose face would you want on the damn it doll?
Oh, yes. Well, see, this is good because now this is probably considered a weapon. So when I go to the airport, I'm going to get stopped.
Well, you'll already get stopped for these weapons.
It's opposite day.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sweetie.
Thank
That's
you for
adorable.
the Weight Watcher stuff. No, you're right. For being honest,
You can have my Weight Watcher stuff too.
I did have a little bit of cheese this weekend, and it was on the naughty list.
No, I didn't get that because it was.
I had a piece of chocolate. You're right. I had some chocolate sauce. You're right. I peace be with you, and also with you.
Beautiful just the way you are. Shut up.
Oh.
I do agree with the shut up part. Okay, let's take a question from the gentleman in the hat.
What?
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes. Mao, yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Only like 5 people.
Yes, I do. Did you enjoy that game? No, I hated it. I just wanted to know who I should say that to. You just played it?
Well, haven't played it. I have an awful lot of it.
Well, good. It was a lot of fun. Thanks, man. I enjoyed Mao a lot. How about Blue Ranger right here?
I've been put up to this, Vic. Will you drink that coffee?
I will drink this coffee.
Thank you! No, I'm sad.
The commoner's puppy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like it when you do it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah. It's more genteel.
Both of you say.
Well, yeah, that's because that's I get blamed if I pick somebody who asks you to do something. All the way in the back.
Can we see your fairy tale tattoo?
Sure. Oh.
I like the opening scene.
And then what's going to happen is, the reason that I got this particular tattoo is obviously, because we got Fairy Tale to 100 episodes, but the other reason was, he was having a very difficult time getting the manly stubble of Vic's face, the exact detail. So I was like, you know what, let's just call it a day and get the Fairy Tale one. I'll get the Vic one later. So, that's probably later this week. I'll show it to you Wednesday.
Please do. Go ahead, pick something.
How about we go with, symmetrical death right there.
How long have you two, how many years have you two been acting / voice acting?
Well, I was doing it since before he was born. Oh, yes, I am.
21's not old.
You know what I calculated? You know what I calculated the other day? I could be his dad.
I think so.
I can easily be his father. It's true.
So you're 70?
So you are.
I've been, in answer to your question, I've been voice acting.
But you, wait, hold on.
What?
You told me that Vic lied, murdered, and betrayed my father.
Well, no, wait, I'm recalling the scene, is what I'm doing. Let's see, how did that line start? No, I got all the pieces. It's like,
Your father
the
was
good,
seduced by the dark
when
side
that
of the
happened,
force.
the good man that was your father ceased to exist. He ceased to be Anakin Skywalker and became Darth Vader. Therefore, what I told you is true from a certain point of view.
A certain point of view.
Luke, you're going to find that many of the truths we hold to depend greatly upon your point of view. When I first met Anakin, he was a great pilot, but I was amazed at how strong the Force was with him. I decided to take it upon myself to train him as a Jedi. I thought I could do as good a job as Yoda. I was wrong. And then Luke says there is still good in him, isn't there? And Obi-Wan says he's now more machine than man, evil and twisted and evil. All right, sorry, we're nerding out.
question.
You never answered your question.
Neither did you.
Oh.
Okay. Wait a minute. Well, that's the kid's question.
That's what
I've been acting since I was probably 8 or 9 years old. Back in the 40s.
Lies.
All right.
I don't believe that.
Buy Adam's hats.
So you're older than my mother.
Love it.
How old's your mom?
Not me.
57.
No, I'm not. Although I'm sure your mother is very nice.
I've been acting since I was about 10. And so I began like as a little Asian bowl haircut. I was there and you know, actually, what's funny about this is we're talking about dads. When my father was still around and alive, he saw my very first on-stage appearance, and that's the noise he made. That was it. Never again. And then he left. Mid-show.
Never to be
Good
seen
for
again.
your age.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
For your age.
For your age.
I just looked it
You
up.
don't look good in general, just for your age.
Considering that.
You look beautiful, Vic.
What is it?
No, and then voice acting, actually, I kind of stumbled into that about 13 or 14 years ago. I was working on a video production in Houston, Texas, and a guy that I was working with said, "Hey, you've got a lot of acting experience, don't you?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "You show up, go and audition for this place called ADV Films. They buy these Japanese animated shows and they dub them into English, and they're looking for actors." So I did that, and I never really thought anything would come of it. But it turned out to be a really wonderful blessing. So, and really a huge opportunity that I didn't even realize at the time. So that's why we always encourage people to develop your skills as an actor, because that's really the foundation of voice acting. Almost everybody I know, with the exception of 1 or 2, all the voice actors I know have a huge background in acting, theater training, and all that kind of thing.
Barney.
Hey, Barney was fun. Let's hang out with Purple Dinosaur all day. And all his little minion friends. Baby Bop.
Baby.
They don't like him.
You never know. You never know where training's going to come from. You know, you never know where you're going to pick up things.
It could be on a swamp world. You know, you're in a little hut, mud hut, eating out of a cauldron.
There you go.
And you get your training there, and it's some of the most valuable life lessons you'll ever learn.
Yes, good.
Okay, want to pick somebody?
How about,
Don't pick somebody that asks us to do voices, because my voice is shot.
Somebody else.
how about, yes, ma'am.
You two have superpowers. What would it be?
You got a superpower, so what would you be?
What would it be?
Superman?
You know what? I had this conversation last week with somebody. I think like instant healing, regeneration would be cool, because then no matter what anybody did to you, you know what I mean, you would heal up and you wouldn't
Instant
get
noodles?
killed. I mean, flying would be cool, but you could still get killed. You know what I mean? And invisibility would be cool, but you could still get killed.
Just think, never mind. So, sneak into movies. No, I would do,
And then get killed for sneaking
yeah.
into the movie.
I would do teleportation. Because you can think about that, because you can get from...
Caitlin said the same thing.
Who said that?
Caitlin.
Okay, well, she took that power. I would do, so you took,
So you teleport from here to like Rome, and then there's a gangster who kills you.
so you're like regeneration. I would just, if he's regeneration, I would just be invulnerable. So I wouldn't even get him.
Just like Green Lane.
Like who?
Green Lane.
Greedling.
Wakanda.
But with a better name. Yeah. Toddling. Let's see, big call somebody.
Is your question going to make us do voices? Go ahead, what's your question?
If you could live in any anime world, which would it be?
Wow, that's a great question. You know, Tsubasa is a beautiful world. I mean, based purely on the art and the design of it, it's beautiful. If you guys haven't seen Tsubasa Chronicle, it's beautiful. That would be a pretty cool world to live in. Plus, of course, there's magic, so it makes it kind of a little bit more spectacular than just a normal physical world.
Probably the world of fairy tale. That would be a lot of fun because the food, some of the food looks like it comes from that movie Hook. And it's like, wow, that would be kind of fun to eat paint, basically. Because when I try that now, I go blind for like 2 days. And I get really sick to my tummy. So it would be better to eat paint that's actually good for you.
So when they get to 150 episodes, he's going to get the entire world of fairy tale tattooed on his back.
So like when I close my back like this, it's one world, and then when I open it, all the fairy tale characters are there.
Kinky fan.
What?
There is a kinky fan. You got a call on it.
I called on.
Yes.
I have a gift for Vic.
Oh, so well, you know what kind it's gonna be.
No.
It's from Derpy.
Wait,
From Derby.
Tamaki soup. Will you accept this robe?
It's looking at me. This is part rose and part surveillance camera.
I'm watching you. That's not really matter.
Put it in your bathroom.
She's might watch you now.
Yeah, she wants me to take it home and put it on the mantle.
Put it in your bathroom.
Don't do it.
My rose is invisible.
But it still dies.
That's funny.
Hey, you know what? This is a perfect opportunity for us to tell all of these people with video cameras rolling that we're actually really great friends. Don't you think?
We're pals.
I'm serious. You guys know that there's a lot of fun, friendly rivalry between us, but that kind of stuff doesn't happen between people that are really, really enemies. We're really great friends, and I don't think Todd would mind because of my age. I don't think Todd would mind, and me saying, I kind of feel like he's like the little brother that I never had, and I mean that with great affection. Todd is an amazingly talented guy in so many different ways, and I admire his talents and his gifts, and he's got a great, obviously great sense of humor. And we tease each other and joke with each other all the time, and draw on each other's characters and have fun with stuff like that, and tribute wars and all of that. But at the end of the day, we want you all to know, and all of you people that watch these videos on YouTube, that we're not enemies, we don't hate each other, we're actually really great friends, and it's all in good fun. Okay?
So whenever anyone asks me about whenever people ask me about Star Trek, then one of the first things I always say is how talented Vic is in production and things like that, and his ideas about things. And you should see him when you see this episode that launches later this month. The Star Trek Continues. It is going to be such an incredible, probably I would say probably one of the best fan films of Star Trek ever, because he knows that world. He knows production. And he's the captain of not only our enterprise, but of our entire existence there. And so that's one of the first things I always say is how talented he is in a great many things, just music and production and all those things. So I'm glad I get to be a part of that world and see him kind of thrive in that, and he brings me along and lets me ride on his coattails, of course. So I'm very happy for that, so thank you. Thank you. The person holding up the bear for ransom.
That's Tom.
What is the hardest character both of you have ever tried to voice?
Everybody.
When I knew that Brotherhood was coming out, and I say, just let me try. Let me try to do Ed. And I snuck in the booth and recorded the first 4 episodes, and I sent it to Japan. And you didn't know about this, but they said, look, we love it, but we don't want to make that call to Vic. And I was like, I'll do it. I'll tell him that he can't do the show. And they're like, look, we owe him. And so they said, we'll let him keep doing Ed. And I'm like, okay, but I'm just saying, I'm there. And they're like, okay, we'll keep that in mind. You've never known that until now. I thought that was not the hardest voice to do, but it was the hardest thing for me to let go of.
You don't think he's serious, do you?
I'm not serious.
Deceiving all of these poor girls believe anything you say.
Can you give an example of
Eat
what you
this
sound
cake.
like?
The cake is alive!
But it looks like it has asbestos on it. That's just cookies and cream.
That's not.
Just let it
My probably the hardest. There's never been a character that I've played that was hard, like emotionally. I mean, there were things that were deep and it took you a lot of different places that maybe a comedic character wouldn't. But the only thing when somebody says what was the hardest character for you to voice, the one that always comes to mind for me is Broly from Dragon Ball Z, because it was just really a throat ripper. I mean, I have an enormous amount of respect for the guys that did, 600 episodes? So many episodes of Dragon Ball Z where, it's just yelling and fighting and screaming for 30 episodes.
Sounds like my ex-wife. That's a little parental humor.
I heard
There's one dad who's like, not doing it. No.
Somebody told me a funny Dragon Ball Z joke once. They said, how many DBZ characters does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Just one, but it takes 30 episodes.
Exactly. Just one, but it takes 30 episodes. Yeah, it's just hard vocally. I think those are the only ones that come to mind for me are things. And you know what? That reminds me. Let me give you guys a little tip. If you're interested in voice acting, and you're interested in making a demo, which is often a part of getting into voice acting when you make a demo of your work.
Yeah, a demo is the thing you stack them all together and you knock one over.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what those are. No, those are demos.
One little bit of advice for you.
Record here.
Don't put something on your demo that you don't want to be doing for 6 hours. Don't put a voice on your demo. You see what I'm saying?
I heard a demo one time where someone was like, oh, hey, I want to get in the booth and do some anime.
Sounds like Todd.
I've never seen an anime where Mickey Mouse is the star. And another demo, because when I was directing at Funimation, I would hear all these demos because we listen to them when they get sent in. And when you send out your demo, it is our first experience with you. It is our first impression with you. And it's kind of like your business card. And so if you release something that is less than your absolute best, we're going to think that that is your best. So some of these demos that I've heard are literally like, hi, my name is Todd Mignogna. Just a minute, Mom! And I'm going to be doing the voices. Like, when I hear that, I listen to it all the way through just to see what journey it's going to take me. But not for the reasons of like, let me write this person think that, you know what I mean? So it what you put out there, because the thing about it is this business is it's forgiving in a sense because you see stuff like Lindsay Lohan getting a get out of jail free card with like unlimited punch holes. Yeah, here's another one, Lindsay. Don't do it again. I'm kidding. You will next week. It's forgiving in that sense, on that echelon, I feel like. But anything other than that it's a very unforgiving business, I feel like. You know what I mean? It's pretty.
Well, and you know what, guys? There's no excuse for making a bad quality demo because the technology is so inexpensive now to record quality audio right on your computer. You know what I mean? But like when we get demos from people that sound like they're on like the mic's on the other side of the room.
I'm challenging myself. Here it comes, Vic.
Or you know, or you hear like you know, or you hear like dogs or lawnmowers in the background, or you know what I'm saying? I mean,
I'm multitasking, but it's gonna be great. Go to track 5. I sing one of your songs. You're like, well, Uncle Rihanna's out.
Right. But really, I mean, seriously, you guys, this is very important. This is an important point. You've heard this probably a million times, but you only get one chance to make a good first impression. So if you're interested in doing something like that, make sure that it's as good as you can make it. And those are things that people in the business and the professional side listen for and look for, and they can't get past it. You might be a great voice actor, but if the quality of your demo is so bad that they're like, oh my gosh, listen. You know what I mean? They may never get to the awesomeness that is you. Because
Perfect,
the
yeah.
quality's not good.
I went into audition, or I went in to meet with an agency about getting represented by them on camera. And years ago, I had sent something to them because at the time, before they did the Batman reboot, they were doing they said they were going to go like young Batman, like year 1 type thing. So I created a little short thing to send to Warner Brothers. But you need an agent to do that. So I had contacted this one agent years ago and sent it to them and said, hey, will you send it? Well, I mean, this was a long time ago, so the equipment and the technology was very, very expensive to get. And I was like, well, I'll just show a little. I hadn't really, I had just gotten into film production and stuff like that, and so I was like, well, I'll send it. This will be good enough. Well, years later, I go up to them, and meanwhile, I haven't had any contact with them. And I go in to meet with them. They remembered that video from years ago, a long time ago. It blew my mind that they remembered that, and they totally remembered it. So we remembered. They were like elephants. We remember everything. I store all knowledge in my trunk. Unless you come up to me and say, hey, do you remember me from this convention, and you're wearing something totally different. You can't trick us like that. It's like, hey, do you remember me? Were you wearing this? No, it was a completely different outfit. My hair was longer and I was blonde, but do you remember? We can't do that! An elephant couldn't do that. An elephant would just reach up its trunk, scratch its head, and spray water on it. What?
Yes, right here. Dark-haired girl.
Oh, 2 years ago, I was going to go to the MegaCon, but I couldn't do it because I broke my back, and my friends came, and they got a video from you guys, and I wanted to thank you so much for doing that for me. Now, you told me the story about how you broke your pinky, like Vic broke it or something.
Yes, that is true. That is true. It was at Colossal Con. Were you fighting Bane? What happened? Was it something that, I mean, is it okay to, like, what happened?
Are you okay now?
I'm better, but...
I saw you walking around, I'm like, you know what? When I look at that girl, the only thing I think is she's got a strong back. So, I mean, like, you recovered very well. I mean, were you making decisions after 1 o'clock? Okay, good. So see, decisions can be made that are bad before 1 o'clock. Were you, I mean, what?
I was a gymnast and I got really sick, and then I did something to my back, and then I broke it.
Because you were mad at your back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you! Well, I'm glad that you're here with us and that you're not, you're not driving her, thank you. Hey, man, you're very lucky. That's a scary thing. You break that back and you're done for. I mean, you
won't come back.
You're very lucky.
Is this the first time we're getting to meet you in person? Mm-hmm. Oh, awesome. Well, I'm so glad you're here. Glad you're better. And are you going to come up later and say hello?
Yeah, and if you want any more contact with Vic, his website is teamhaberkorn.com. If you want. Okay. Well, you don't even need to write it down. It's so easy to remember. Teamhaberkorn.com. It's the easiest website to remember.
Yeah, there are like 12 people that are members. So. Okay, ask if somebody.
website? What's Vic's website?
Let's see. Black Butler manga.
Hooray, thank you. Hi, my friend, she couldn't be here because this one plays poorly.
I'm sorry.
Awkward Starship.
So I was wondering if you could do a video, if I could take a video of y'all saying hi to her, please.
What's her name?
Leanne.
Leanne? You ready to go?
Come on up here. Come up here.
Lady right here.
I'm trying to get them to you.
Her name is Leanne.
Her name is
Oh my
Leanne.
gosh.
I just went to the dentist and I got a lolly with my Weight Watchers. Ready? Leanne! Where are you? You in Orlando? I love you, Vic, but Orlando's more fun. Sorry.
Sorry, she has a job thing with her mom, so.
A job thing
Yes.
spelled F-U-N. She's out there at Epcot, you know, wearing Morocco. They have belly dancing there.
That's funny.
She was wondering if you could call her her little.
Ah, yes, my little Orlando Robin.
Oh, Leanne, I want to apologize for Todd. He means well.
I'm not due back at the lab until 4.
Leanne, I'm sorry that you're not here because we love you and we would love to meet you in person. I'm going to give this to your friend to give to you as a gift from me.
Oh no, that's not mine. It's from a girl back
No,
there.
I understand. Thank you. I want Leanne to have this. This is my love to you, Leanne. Leanne, it's got Todd DNA all over it.
I want to be a man!
You are a man.
Thank you both so much.
Thank you, thank you. There ain't no reason for you to be a man.
That's funny.
I've got chest hair for you. There it is.
That's one?
Back.
It'll graft right back in.
Oh, okay. It would grow back.
Back on chest.
I'm too sexy for you.
Oh.
I'm
Back on chest. I'm back on chest.
How about this gentleman right here?
What are your most and least favorite things about each other?
I'm Maury. Where like you're doing your own interview and it's like, and you're talking about, I hate it when he does this. He goes, Maury's like, well, we've got a surprise for you. I'm like, what's
What's Victor?
let's see, my least favorite thing about Vic.
His hair.
Notice
My-
how he goes straight to the least favorite.
My least favorite thing about Vic is that I can see him, I watch him eat whatever he wants, and then nothing happens. Nothing happens. And I eat like a little piece of chocolate cake, and it's like,
Go to your head. Oh no.
my most favorite thing about Vic is that, my most favorite
Call you a
thing.
badass.
These are a few of my favorite things. When I see Vic, when he's sitting, when he drinks coffee, I simply remember that he's got these arms
And I wish I envy all of his, the opportunities that he has at such a young age. You know what I mean? When I see him, I'm like, man, to have developed all the things that he has already at his age is, kind of. I'm a little envious of that. I have to admit. But I think my most favorite thing is just his creativity and his sense of humor. I said that before, but he's got a really sharp, creative mind, and I love that. So there you go.
Tears.
My love, there's only you in my life. The only thing that's right.
And the Oscar goes to
I picked Tony Stark, so.
America! America!
You did, I believe you said, I remember last year I came to the first Khaotic Con and I asked you, when you bungee jumped for your charity thing, if you would shout, pasta!
He shouted it.
I totally did.
And
you're the one that asked me that?
yes,
To do that, right?
yes.
I only did the bungee jump. The only reason I got through it was because I remembered you asked me to do that. Because I wouldn't have done it otherwise. Because I was very scared. Because this bungee jump thing, the platform is, it's like I go up there and I thought it was bigger and I look at the guy and I'm like, it's a trap. And so it's literally like a little medium-sized pizza platform that I'm on. And it's only because I wanted to not do it. But then I was like, wait a minute, she said, say pasta, and that's what I'm going to focus on. So when I leapt off, I yelled it, I screamed it like a very feminine she. And I yelled it all the way down, and you could hear it, right?
Yeah.
It was hard. It was not fun. That was my least favorite experience with pasta. Yeah, it was very spooky and scary.
Was that after one?
Was that after one? That was around 11 o'clock, so it's getting close.
I thought you said it was before 10:30 or any time after 10:30.
Pretty much in my life, bad decisions can happen at any point in the day. I'm thinking of several right now.
Yeah. Todd has transcended the 1 o'clock barrier. Okay, you now it's my turn. Yes, my dear. Yeah, with the white wig right here. And Yasha, right?
Yes, I am. I have a request for
Sit.
both.
Sorry. You have to know that's coming when you cosplay as
I have a request for both of you.
not make out right.
My friend couldn't make it this year, and she is a huge fan of both of you, and I wanted to know if you could talk to her over the phone.
I don't know if we don't have, because we've only got like 10 minutes.
Yeah, how much time do we have?
Just real quick, she's on the phone right now.
Oh, she's on the phone right now?
Yes.
Well, here, throw your phone up here. What's her name?
Her name is
Gimme. We have no time left. No, just give me the phone. Lindsay. Lizzie. Francis. I have to tell you something. Todd Haberkorn is sitting right beside me. He smells really stinks.
That's funny.
He's been hugging all these people. I mean, it's rank. Hey, Todd, you talk about
handle ever.
Let us see. You know what always bugged me? I'm gonna say this really quick before I ask the next one. Whenever Windu went to go arrest Palpatine, he's like, oh my God, he's the most dangerous Jedi, Dark Sith that we've ever had, the most dangerous, They send 5 Jedi. They don't surround the building. They don't bring backup. There's tons of Jedi they could bring. They're like, let's challenge ourselves. You know what I'm talking about?
Challenge failed.
Arrest me, Master Jedi.
Challenge
It's like,
accepted.
Master Jedi? Have you ever said that in any other part of the movie? That's weird. Anyway, George Lucas, thank you for selling it to Disney. Anyway, GEEKMEOUT.
Okay. Nick, what is one of your favorite Todd Haberkorn characters? And Todd, which one's your favorite Vic character?
Do I have to just pick one?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, of his favorite, not of my own favorite. Okay, gotcha. Well, with Vic's stuff, it always frustrates me when I listen to his stuff that I'm like, I bet that wasn't in the script and he just put that in there. Because it always sounds good. Like, because I've directed him before and I've been in the booth when he's done his thing. And like, he knows when to add these little things and add stuff that's not in the script that really flesh out what's going on in the scene. And I want to be better about doing stuff like that. And I always see him. He's always, this character over here is always thinking about extra stuff to make productions better. And one of my favorite things he's ever done just on camera, not just in voiceover, was he did this spec commercial where he's the scientist. Oh, they're great. That was one of my favorite things he's done. One of the favorite things he's done. It's really fun. But and his Kirk, you're gonna love his Kirk. He's got good.
Is he building a fountain?
But it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Let's see. Favorite character that Todd has done. You know, I loved Ling. I loved Ling from Full Metal, from Brotherhood. Some of my favorite parts of that series were the scenes with Ling and Ed inside Gluttony's stomach, and you know. Yeah. Sorry, spoiler there. Get to that.
I got a little boot if you want.
Yes,
If
we
you've been watching an episode a year, I'm sorry we spoiled it.
How about this cute little young lady with her? Hey, I know you.
Todd, is it fun playing Cararo?
What is your name?
Carmen.
Carmen?
Come and go get you.
San Diego? Carmen, I'm glad that you asked because I love playing Cararo because when I auditioned for that role, what voice do you do for an alien frog? You know what I mean? Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
It's just crazy. And so when I got to do it, I loved doing it because there was a lot of improv involved in that, and I got to fit in a lot of jokes that I had with my friends, even back in college. Have you seen the show?
Yeah.
So you know every time Cararo goes, Aliupa, you know that part? I did that because I used to do that with my friends at college, and I did that specifically for one of my old roommates. And so it's fun to be able to throw stuff in there like that. And you know, how much easier would life be if we could walk around like Cararo and just have to wear a hat? How quickly would you be ready in the morning? I mean, it's so easy. You know, you just throw on a hat and go, I'm good to go. And life would just be easier. We get more stuff done, really. But I love doing that show. And thank you for watching that. And thank you for your support of the Armpit Platoon.
I have to add something to that because it's
To make it better.
a fun little bit of trivia that you may not know. Before Funimation had Sergeant Frog, before they got the show, ADV in Houston had Sergeant Frog, and I was Cararo.
What?
And we did about 15 episodes of Sergeant Frog, and I loved it as much as you do. I had so much fun playing that character, and we were, the director and all the actors, we were buying toys and putting them all over the studio, and we were really enjoying that show. And we had about 15 episodes done, and then ADV went under, and they lost all of the shows that they had. They were working on several shows at the time. You guys remember Gurren Lagann?
Yeah.
I was playing Viral.
What?
They had several shows that when they went out of business, they lost the license. And Sergeant Frog went to Funimation, and they started over, and Todd got cast as Cararo, and he does an amazing job. But that's one of the things that one of the several things that he and I have in common is we had both played that character, at least for a little while. So, but it's a great show. Oh man, I love that show.
When you go to China, you can see at the McDonald's there, you can have a birthday party with the whole Sergeant Frog cast. And it was fun to walk around and go like, wait a minute, I know. And then the sign looked at me and goes, I know. Wow, you're talking to me right now. You're hallucinating. And then I realized I was having radiation poisoning. That's different. Let's see. Someone holding up a book called something of
The Fall of Diamonds.
Diamonds. Okay.
Todd, actually, I have a question and a request. The question is to both of you: is your least favorite genre, or green, like horror, romantic comedy, so on? Also, Todd, could you give us your Ed?
Okay. Our least favorite genre. I like them all. I mean, what do you think?
Least favorite genre?
I don't like voicing infomercial anime. Because that's just.
Are you talking about the least favorite thing we like
Like,
to voice act for?
Yeah, like harem comedy characters,
Yeah, like-
or horror characters, so on.
I don't have a least favorite. I love it all. I mean, I love the opportunity to play characters in any, in just about any setting. Yeah, I would be hard to pick a least favorite. I don't know.
I mean, it was wonderful to get the opportunity to voice for this anime, but voicing for the Jack LaLanne Juice Man Juicer anime was just not fun. But and then your request. My Ed. Let me get to the right height.
I'm sorry, still too tall.
Believe it. Actually, what's funny is Vic, remember when we were on the conference call? We were on a conference call one time, and when we're on the phone, I asked a question, and they're like, sorry, Vic, what was that? Like, we
Sound a lot alike.
We sound on the phone quite a bit alike. And then what's even greater than that is, this is not great, this is actually quite horrible. When I'm talking on the phone to like customer service and stuff like that, a lot of times they're like, yes, I'm sorry, ma'am, we'll get right on it. And I'm like, I am a man! That happens on the phone, that happens at drive-thrus. And I love shopping for good quality clothing. I love good shoes. I love beautiful glasses
You exfoliate.
of wine. I love cooking. I love watching Vic just do whatever. So one year I gave him a painting, and I know he thought it was weird at the time, of Kirk like sitting at the thing, but what it really was I cut the eyes out. So I could stand there and the eyes watch him do everything. And it's like, was James Tiberius Kirk just looking at me? And I was like, his eyes are very, what is it, Asian?
Asian.
Uh-oh.
Wait, why don't you ask one last final question? You pick the last one. Final question. And if he doesn't pick you, it's because he doesn't like you. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, parents.
You all know better. Let's see. Right here.
Sorry, everyone else.
Do you guys mind if I give you a quick request? Could you please let me record you saying happy birthday to me? Because it is my birthday today.
She's 21!
I'll tell you what let's do. Let's make it even bigger than that. All right? What's your name?
I'm Kaylee.
Kaylee? Who's going to record
She
this?
is.
Are you going to videotape this or record it? Come up here, Kaylee.
Oh, so sweet.
Us before we go to
Hi.
the
Thanks
special.
for having me.
Everybody, this is Kaylee.
Hi, Kaylee.
And we're all going to sing to Kaylee. All right? So have you ever been serenaded by 200 people?
No.
Well, it's about to happen. Kaylee, come stand right here in the middle.
A little bit closer to the trap door. I mean the center.
Ready?
I will laugh at it.
Okay, Kaylee is her name. Don't get to the part where you say happy birthday, dear. Kaylee.
I was gonna do that.
Ready? Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Kaylee.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kaylee. Happy birthday to you.
All right, guys. Majority of you have been in here before for the signings. You guys are going to know how this works. Everybody that's standing against